Me.
Ottawa Guy.
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 Hi everybody, welcome to the first edition of Ottawa Guy's Stories While Fishing. As you can see, I'm sitting out here on a beautiful Sunday morning doing some fishing, and I've decided that every once in a while I'm going to do a little show called Stories from Ottawa Guy While Fishing. So, as I cast and reel in, I'm just going to tell a quick little story and we'll see if I catch something while we're doing it. Okay? So anyways, Ottawa Guy is from a small northern town. I'm not going to name the name of the town because people have figured out and they know who I am. But the thing about this town is that there's a lot of people that are farmers up there. The town itself is probably about 3,000 people in about a 30-mile radius. So Ottawa Guy had some friends and used to go out and hang out there on weekends from the age of probably 12 till about 16. Now, when farmers fight hard. So Jamie, being the Ottawa guy, who wasn't used to fighting all that much, he didn't like to get too much involved with these farmer boys. Everyone knows that farmers are kind of thin, wiry, and I think that really it's not just that they know how to fight, it's actually that they're physically fit, because they used to have to get up in the mornings and milk cows and tend to the chickens and do whatever. So what happens is farmers are actually just a little bit more in shape. Anyways, so when I used to go play with the farmers at the farm, we used to be able to go in the barn and we used to have a whole bunch of fun. Anyways, one day when these farmers were fighting, it kind of started getting a little bit out of hand. One brother, who was about probably 13, and the other brother, who was 12, were kind of getting into it, and it was getting a little bit out of hand, like I said. So what happened was that one of the boys, that was the one that was losing the fight, he kind of looked up and he had been smacked around a little bit, and he kind of noticed the dartboard, and he pulled a dart off the dartboard, and he told his brother, he said, "I'll give you 3 seconds." Now, there's something you got to know about farmers. This guy especially, he wasn't bluffing, and they don't bluff. So when he says you got 3 seconds, you know you got 3 seconds. And generally they're pretty honest about it, so your 3 seconds should, be just enough to get you at a dart range. These are just the little plastic crappy darts. And anyways, as soon as the one boy said to the other, "You've got 3 seconds," the other guy started to run. But I think what happened was he was getting away too quick. And then the brother that had made the threat with the dart in his hand realized, you know what? If I gave him 3 seconds, he's going to get away and I'm never going to be able to catch him. So after about one 1,000 and a half, just before 2 1,000s, oh, there, got a bite. No, it was just a little one. Oh my goodness gracious me. Look at that, people. Look at what I just caught. Now, that perch has got to be the most aggressive little perch. Look at that. Which one's the minnow? Which one's the lure? And which one's the fish? That just goes to show you, when it's lunchtime, these things will eat anything. What's this little guy thinking? Unless I hooked him on the way by. Now these guys, you have to be careful. That looks like a little perch, eh? Could be a bass. Oh no. Got him in a bad spot. That's too bad. Let's just see if I can save this guy. Oh, there we go. Got him out. But that's the thing about a fish. Let's just see if I can grab him. Back in the water with you. Live your life. Okay, so now where was I with the story? See what I call fishing in a story with Ottawa Guy. So that's excellent. I'm sure there'll be plenty of stories where I don't catch a fish. Anyways, so yeah, 2.5 seconds. 1,000, 1,000. Just before he said 1,000, he realized his brother's going to get too far away. Throws the dart. What happens to the dart? The dart flies through the air in this little plasticky kind of flighty way. Gets his brother right in the back of the leg, right in the calf. So into the calf the dart goes. Down goes the brother. Now, the other brother's got 2 things he can do. He can start to run for his life because now the other brother's got the dart. Or he can suck it up and stand like a man. But what happens is he decides to run for his life. So as he's running for life, the brother with the dart in his leg, he's down to the ground. He reaches around, pulls this dart right out of his calf, and starts off after his brother. And now I don't know what's being said and what's being yelled, but there's definitely a lot of profanities going on. And the brother running decides, I better get away. Anyways, the brother with the dart, he throws the dart as hard as he can, baseball style, and it goes right into the middle of the back of the younger brother. And so now, and then the guy that threw the dart, he trips on something, so he goes down. So now you've got both brothers down, one with a dart stuck in the middle of his back and he can't reach it, and one down to the ground because he tripped over a stump or something in the farmyard there. So I gotta go over and I gotta pick one brother up, make sure his ankle's not broken, and then I gotta take another brother and pull the dart out of his back. And I put the dart, as I recall, I think I either put it in my pocket so they couldn't get it, or I threw it out in the bush. So anyways, the moral of the story is, when a farmer gives you 3 seconds, you better start running. And the secondary moral is, no matter how honest farmers are, when it comes to fighting, they're not going to give you the 3 seconds they promised. One side point to this story is that when fish are hungry, they'll go after things almost as big as themselves. What was that little guy going to do with that lure if he could have swallowed it? Anyways, talk to you next time. Bye-bye.